Alright, so as you can see, here's the Aug. Doesn't have an apex barrel on it like Major Mia, but that's all good. I might put on that mofo barrel with the snaggletooth muzzle brake, which is pretty sweet, if I do say so myself. But, alright, as you can see, the solenoid isn't actually wired into it yet. The micro switch, however, is, so it should work fine once I actually get the solenoid wired up. If you can hear it, it kind of clicks. It's got a safety that actually works on it too. So, and as you can see, this little screw right here holds the micro switch in place, which it doesn't really kind of pop out or anything. It just kind of looks like it's part of the gun, in my opinion. It's not too ugly or anything, but just like Major Mia, I've got my egrip in the mag, only it's a bit different. I'm not sure what kind of egrip he used. I used a Game Face egrip from an old E-Rex, so that's the difference there, and mine actually has an LCD screen, so I went ahead and since my mag was black, I cut out a window for it, put a piece of plastic in there, and epoxied it in. This thing was a pain in the ass to Dremel out, but it was worth it. So, and you can see I've got my quick disconnect right here. The way that Major Mia put his in was, with a piece of metal on the A5 foregrip, and it just so happens that the A5 foregrip lines up right here. So, what I did was I took my foregrip, and I've got extra, so, I was okay with doing this, but I cut a foregrip up, and I basically just broke it apart and made it really short so it would fit inside the mag without spreading it apart, and then all the electronics could fit in there too. So it's actually screwed in on the back side of the mag to the foregrip, which is inside of the mag, and the foregrip is on the A5 in here like it would be. So that was the way that I found to secure it instead of trying to find a piece of metal and stuff. So I'll show you, go ahead and show you that it works fine and everything. So I'm going to go power up here. As you can see, it says Game Face on it. Shows you the battery level, and it's got safety on it, which is pretty nice. You can see where the buttons are. They're actually where the spring that would have carried the BBs up used to be, so it worked out good. I Dremeled the inside to where you could fit a battery and stuff and make it fit snug in there. So I'll do a demonstration for you. We'll take it from semi, let's see. It's kind of cool. You can change it like to 3-round bursts. You can change how many bursts you want, like from 3 to 4 to 5. So that's a neat thing. So I'll put it on auto here, and I'll kind of show you. I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going to hold the solenoid up so you can see that it actually is performing the way it needs to. So let's see here. A little too close. Alright, there we go. And then I'll show you how. Just a second here, hold on. Alright, so we'll show you how it's actually changing. You can't really see it because the light's on it, but there you go. And it actually is a ball counter, so it counts how many shots you've taken. So that way, if you end up not turning your egrip off the whole day, you can see how many shots you've taken all day. And the battery indicator is nice because it tells you when you're out. So that's a neat thing. But I'll go ahead and power off. Neat egrip. I think it's perfect for the project, so I got lucky with that. So you can kind of see it's wired. The micro switch is here, and it's wired in, and it comes down into the mag, and the A5 just kind of keeps it snug. This isn't even connected yet, but I'm attempting to get it in there. But yeah, that's how the wiring works. So once I actually get this part that I need, which I'm going to show you, it'll work out. So I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you, and we'll show you how it works. Gotta break this off first. Questions? Feel free to comment below. Let me go ahead and break down the mag though before I end the video, and kind of show you what goes on in there, and then you can kind of see and get an idea. So alright, give me a second, I'll break it down.
Wrong soul and the hoe gets dug. It's drugs, it's wine, it's guns, it's crime, it's none of the above. It's who cut line, who shoved my back in.
Alright, so here it is broken down. You can see how well it actually all fits together. Here's the board. I had to Dremel out. Here was the track for the spring, and the BBs actually fit down in here where the battery is, and it would bring them up. And there's like a little gap here where the BBs would come up and out, and I actually cut off the whole piece that actually clipped up in there, so that worked out pretty well. I just took out everything in there, and then I took advantage of the plastic pieces that were in there, and then kind of marked it, so you can see where here's a plastic piece that still sticks up, and it separates the battery from the board, and I can actually use that. Here's another piece of plastic that I kept to kind of hold the board securely, and that's what I did with this whole track right here. Is I went ahead and I cut out gaps, and then here's part that I cut out so that the foregrip could go down in. You can kind of see that's in there still. So this is actually held in there securely, and then so the battery held in there, and then I just took the wiring, and it's gonna be stuffed down in there. And then once I do the solenoid, it'll wrap around just like those do, and it'll do the same thing in here. I'll have it wrapped up, whatever extra wiring there is, and then it'll run in like this one does. See how it runs here? This one, the next one will run back here, so that it'll work. But overall, that's basically how it works. It's pretty good. And then you can kind of see on the inside of there where I put that piece of plastic window in there, and so it's held in there good. And then that's how you're able to kind of see it when it's together. So the mag turned out really well, and I'm pretty excited for that. I didn't know how well it was going to turn out. I didn't even know if it was going to work when I rewired it all together, because I was scared to kind of cut it apart. I figured I might waste the egrip that way, but it worked out, so thank goodness. Thanks for watching, and like I said before, if you have any questions, feel free to comment and ask. I'm going to put a link to Major Mia's video so you can kind of see, if you haven't seen his video but you're watching mine, that way you can kind of compare our projects, because he was the whole reason that I wanted to do this in the first place, and so that's why I reference him so much, because his project was the basis for mine. So go ahead and take a look at his, and he'll give you a whole idea of what you need to do. He answered all my questions. So I was pretty satisfied with that, and so yeah, that's my AUG project, and I will post another video when it's actually working. All right, so keep posted. Subscribe if you want to see that. If not, then that's fine. I don't really care, because I don't use YouTube that much. But awesome. All right, guys. Till the next one.